So a bit of health now. More than 150,000 babies are reported to be born with sickle cell disease annually in Nigeria. With many myths and misconceptions about the disease, an non-governmental organization in Lagos is training caregivers on how to enhance the welfare of carriers. Inulua Popola has details in this report.
Beyond the over 100,000 babies born with sickle cell annually, Nigeria has the largest number of sickle cell bearers. With the constant physical and financial stress that affects the carrier, this group has seen the need to create awareness on proper treatment and precautionary measures to take in order to live a healthy life.
As we're giving birth to, the genotype test should be run, not just once. It should be run with very good equipment, modern equipment, to determine the genotype of every human being living in this, every citizen in this country. If we start it now, that it's composed, it's going to be part of what will be in your birth certificate. Before, say, 10, 15 years time, we would have captured everybody.
I lost my 2 children to sickle cell. Sickle cell is not a death sentence. If they can hold on to the practice and adhere to it strictly, they can live.
One important myth this foundation is seeking to clarify is that people with sickle cell cannot live a long and healthy life. This doctor, who is also a sickle cell warrior, says she has not had a crisis in almost 2 years and mentions the need to always stay hydrated.
So water is like a drug for sickle cell, so because it reduces the frequency of crisis as much as possible. If you have someone that actually takes a lot of water, the person will not have as much crisis.
For the beneficiaries, they admit that life is tough, but with the 2 kids and handbook being given to them, it may just ease their burdens.
Sickle cell is not a disease, it's a disorder, it's a blood disorder, and we can manage it. And they should not just sit at home or be idle. They should join a supporting group.
With some of the complications being stroke, leg ulcers, prolonged erection, among others, these stakeholders are calling on the government to redouble its efforts in ensuring better sensitization and health facilities are provided for people living with sickle cell. Inulua Popola, TVC News, Lagos.
Wife of the Osun State Governor Kafayatu Itola has again urged people to intensify efforts to remodeling the young generation to uphold their cultural values. She made the appeal at the disbursement of support items for some aged and vulnerable people in Iragbiji, the headquarters of Buripe local government area of the state. Our correspondent in Osun State, Rafiu Hamid, completes the story.
An event to give back to the society, particularly the aged and the widows. This time around, the distribution of the items, which include foodstuff and clothing materials, took place in Iragbiji with over 250 beneficiaries. Addressing the beneficiaries, Kafayatu Itola says the care for the aged became imperative at this critical time when the nation's cultural value is gradually fading away. She noted that the care for the aged will give them opportunity to live long and impact more knowledge on the upcoming ones to checkmate rising immorality in the society.
Our elders, the custodians of our values and cultures, we must therefore prioritize their welfare like that of other sectors of the population. The care for them will enable our society to be afforded the invaluable knowledge about how certain issues of life could be handled. I plead with our aged population to re-intensify the roles played in years past by molding the attitude of our young ones. We should inculcate in them the values and ethics that make our community strong.
Kafayatu Itola appeals to government at all tiers to continue to prioritize welfare of the aged and vulnerable people, particularly those in rural communities.
Capable stakeholders should step up to ensure a better life for our aged people. Important that civil society organizations and some other stakeholders place emphasis on the welfare of our aged population.
Beneficiaries are appreciative of the gesture. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Iraguchi, Osun State.